For over 30 years, Pacific Wildlife Care has been a community educator and the first responder for distressed wildlife in San Luis Obispo County. County Animal Services, Harbor Patrol, state parks, city police, the County Sheriff's Department, and animal shelters all rely on Pacific Wildlife Care to rescue injured, sick, and orphaned wildlife. Anyone can call 805-543-WILD for reassurance, answers to wildlife questions, help with rescue, and advice for living compatibly with local wildlife. We are the only organization in the county providing these services. Through our educational outreach program, we teach young and old alike to value and respect wildlife and the environment we share with them. Our Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Morro Bay is a refuge for orphaned and injured wildlife. Human activity has had a negative impact on many of the animals that are brought to the center. We see grebes and pelicans covered in oil, birds and mammals hit by automobiles, seabirds entangled by fishing line and pierced by fishing hooks, hawks caught in barbed wire fences, maimed by gunshots or electrocuted, songbirds caught by cats, eagles and turkey vultures lead poisoned by bullet-ridden carrion or poisoned by rodenticides, mammal babies orphaned by trapped parents, and the list goes on. The Pacific Wildlife Care Center takes in all wildlife, treats them humanely, and our volunteers work tirelessly to try and return them back to their native habitat in the wild. Our on-site rehabilitators and veterinarian are highly skilled professionals with many years of experience and training, and are committed to providing the highest standard of care in the field of wildlife rehabilitation. They make sure every animal at the center receives a complete physical exam and treatment plan, adequate amounts of fluid and nourishment appropriate to the species, proper housing and caging, and follow-up care and pre-release conditioning. Over the past 3 years, Pacific Wildlife Care has cared for more than 8,000 animals. We provide life-saving medications, food, veterinary services, and supportive care costing over $340,000 annually. Volunteers donate over 27,000 hours of their time each year. Wildlife is important to our community. Thousands of visitors come to the Central Coast each year to visit our national bird sanctuaries and delight in our native wildlife. All of the creatures are important to keeping the ecosystem in balance and are as critical to our way of life as air, water, and sun. We believe it takes an entire community working in partnership to preserve and ensure the humane treatment, rehabilitation, and care of our wildlife. Pacific Wildlife Care does not receive government funding and relies on donations and memberships. For more information on how you can donate, join, or volunteer, please visit us online at www.pacificwildlifecare.org. You can also find us on Facebook.